All right, yesterday I finished the solution searching transition model. If you're thinking about a supply chain, you can think about it as like a manufacturing step. But really, right today, I'm supposed to be at the executing actions solution within a supply chain that's related to a retailer. So I have to get caught up by going through the path cost and the solution retailer so I can get caught up on schedule with where I need to be. This is where I initially started off. Each one of these, I did a memo, agenda, minutes worksheet, and debrief for DEG, for Train Farb, for Q3, and for our story. In the future, that's not what I'm going to want to do. I'm going to clean all this up once I get a little bit further through this, but I'm going to change it so the first day of the training platform course, you're going to create a memo. Second day, you'll create an agenda that's going to represent the curriculum. Third day, you're going to create minutes that represent the unit plan. And then the final day, fourth day, you're going to create a debrief that's going to represent the lesson plan. Then each one of these will be a separate aspect. You're kind of working through all the different aspects of a platform, and it's going to be 8 days to complete a curriculum. What I have been doing, what I was just doing previously was I had all of this. I had 28 days, 28 steps for just completing the curriculum. So this was all going to be supposed to be done for a single day. And then as I was working through it, then I was splitting each of these up into a separate day. So really, this path cost would be a day. So I would work through these separate steps, and then I would work through these separate steps. But it's kind of laborious. I'm going to consolidate all of these into here so it's much quicker for people to work through everything. So that's what I'm going to be focused on for these next two steps here. Let me start copying over the initial notes that I had, and then I'll tweak them and get everything finalized. So I'm going to copy this. This is path cost. Let's just convert this to an issue now. Okay, so again, this really, you can think of these sections here as the documentation. So instead of provider, let's do this in order. So we got the producer path cost. What? Oh, I see. Okay, so let's just say this is producer. And then a consumer path cost. So let's start with just what is solution searching path cost. And I'm going to bring this up for Hugging Chat. I'm just going to just ask this question pretty generally. Solution searching path cost for AI problem formulation refers to the cost or resources required to find a solution to a problem. This cost can include things like time, money, or computational power. To explain this in simpler terms, imagine you are trying to solve a puzzle. The path cost would be the amount of time and effort you need to spend to find the solution to the puzzle. If the puzzle is very simple, the path cost might be low, and you could solve it quickly and easily. But if the puzzle is very complex, the path cost might be high, and you might need to spend a lot of time and effort to find the solution. In AI problem formulation, the path cost can be even more complex, as it might involve using computers to search through a large space of possible solutions. The cost of this search can depend on factors like the size of the search space, the complexity of the problem, and the resources available for the search. By considering the path costs, AI problem formulators can make informed decisions about which solutions to pursue and how to allocate resources for the search. This can help ensure that the search is efficient and effective, and that the best possible solution is found within a reasonable amount of time and resources. I like that. Let's do this. Let's make sure I have this full prompt that I had. Explain the response so a freshman in high school can understand. And I say freshman in high school because I want to really target this for high schoolers. I want this to be something that, before I even worry about this being something that a kindergartner can work through, let's work on high school first. A lot of people graduate high school, not many go into college. So I want to really work with people who might not go to college and can really use this information to their advantage. So once we understand that, let me think about it in terms of how can you relate this to the distribution step within a standard supply chain process? Of raw material, suppliers, manufacturing, distribution, retail, customer. Explain the relationship so a freshman in high school can understand how to apply AI problem formulation to supply chains in a practical manner. Yeah. Stop. I just said this. How can you, I want it to be more specific. How can you relate the path cost for AI problem formulation to the distribution That's a better prompt. The path cost in AI problem formulation refers to the cost of resources required to find a solution to a problem. In the context of supply chain distribution, the path cost might refer to the cost of optimizing the distribution process using AI problem formulation. To optimize the distribution process, AI problem formulation might involve using machine learning algorithms to analyze historical data on transportation times, inventory levels, and customer demand. This analysis can help identify patterns and trends that can be used to make more informed decisions about the distribution process. However, optimizing the distribution process using AI problem formulation can come with a cost. The cost might include things like the cost of collecting and processing data, the cost of developing and implementing machine learning algorithms, and the cost of integrating the AI solution into existing supply chain infrastructure. To understand the relationship between AI problem formulation path costs and supply chain distribution, it's helpful to think of the path cost as an investment. By investing in AI problem formulation, supply chain managers can potentially realize significant cost savings and efficient improvements in the distribution process. For example, by using AI problem formulation to optimize transportation routes and inventory levels, supply chain managers might be able to reduce transportation costs, decrease inventory holding costs, and improve delivery times. These improvements can lead to increased customer satisfaction and loyalty, which can in turn lead to increased revenue and profitability. However, it's important to note that the path cost of AI problem formulation is not a one-time cost. It's an ongoing cost and includes maintenance, updates, and improvements to the AI solution over time. So in summary, the path cost of AI problem formulation in the context of supply chain distribution refers to the cost of optimizing the distribution process using machine learning algorithms. While there is an upfront cost associated with developing and implementing the AI solution, the potential cost savings and efficient improvement can make it a worthwhile investment in the long run. That's a little redundant, but I do like that a little bit more. So maybe I'll just do this instead of all this. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so there we go. Let's add in the response. So that's what we're providing. That's what this community plan is doing. What does so the path costs? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Is this the agenda? It is. Well, here we go. Minutes. Nope, that's not it either. Come on, come on. Where you at? I know I wrote this out a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so let's write out what the path cost is for each of these. So for a producer, it's going to be actually, let's do it like that. Okay, so like per day for 8 days. Yeah, because that's how many days it'll take to create the curriculum. So let's do this. 117.8571 times 8. So that's 942.8568. So how is this different? With this, and here you have 428.571 times 8. This is 3,428.568. That's because it is 428.571 per day for 8 days. And then with this, you have 12.8571 per day for 8 days. It's going to be 102.8568. Okay. So I feel this is good for this. I'm going to call this done. I'll close this issue. And then let's jump into the next step. Let's just go straight into it now. We'll say this is done on the 17th. And then let's go to executing actions. What do we have there for that? Let's see what I had here. What did I have for executing actions? let's do this. Let's keep it consistent. Okay. Let's just say create a metaphor to relate the phew. Okay, I like this. So now I have this is how we approach the essays that we write. We introduce it. Every single essay is like a beat drop, so it's going to be. Let me see that. So it's really going to be like a scale, right? So this is very good. This is very good. I like this very much. So I'm going to say that I finished this today. And now we're back on track to wrap all this up. And I like this very much because now the curriculum is making sense, especially with this step. Because as someone works through the curriculum, they're going to have to write. They're going to say, okay, how does the goal that you want to work on, how is the current system in the way of that goal? And then whatever you identify in the current system, how does that relate to the broader system? How does that relate to our institutions so that people can see, okay, it's not just my boss. This is just the boss is operating within this broader situation. Then once they understand the institution, they stop pointing externally, start pointing internally, and say, oh, this is a result of how I am inside. As they're looking internally, then they start to think, okay, I need to find a solution here. So that's going to be really when they think about, we use the eukaryotic cell with first principles, because if a cell can create a corrupt civilization, we can use a cell to create a model for a healthy civilization. And then it's just going to be 3 sentences about how they're going to apply that solution, the cellular solution, to themselves, 3 sentences about how they're going to apply it to a city, and then 3 sentences about how it all ties back to the original goal. So this is really the go-to-market strategy. This is like the how we create posts. This is like our social media, our civil media platform, and I feel good about it.